Thanks, Dan. Wendy Crockett recently set a Guinness World Record for the longest continuous motorcycle journey in a single country by a team. Today, she's joining us live with the details of her journey. So this is a really interesting world record. How long was that journey?
The entire journey was just over 100,000 miles, but the portion that qualified for the record was 82,208 miles.
That's a long way to go. And you guys didn't have a smooth sailing the whole time. There were some challenges.
We didn't have smooth sailing starting in Wall. Literally, I left home towing our bikes to the starting line and I totaled my car on a deer.
Oh my God.
And I'm sitting on the side of the road in the middle of the night and I called my teammate and I said, at least we got all of our bad luck out of the way early. And we said that at least once a day for 6 months straight.
God.
So.
Yeah, that's incredible. And you guys, not only did you document this journey in this book, you also won an award here. Tell me a little bit about what we've got going on.
Right, so I am a long distance motorcycle riding competitor. And in 2019, I became the first woman to win the 11-day, 11,000 mile Iron Butt Rally. And my teammate for this Guinness ride was actually a competitor of mine in these long distance riding competitions. So he and I had never really ridden together as a team before. But after my rally win, he called me and he said, look, I have this idea and I want to ride 49 states. And I said, well, that's boring. Everybody does that. And he said, I want to ride them in alphabetical order. And I said, well, that sounds ridiculous. I'm in. Tell me more. So he and I had not actually ever ridden together as a team before we started this ride. So he is Australian, so we decided as a shakedown we would ride the Australian states in alphabetical order as well, and we'd visit the capitals of each state.
Yeah, I mean, that's incredible. And it took you guys, you said 6 months to get this all sort of done from start to finish. What was like the hardest part about the whole thing?
Boy, that's hard to say because every time something would go catastrophically wrong, and then we had one show-stopping catastrophe after the next. I had 2 emergency surgeries in the middle of this. My riding partner broke the frame of his motorcycle in half. Just complete left field things that are going wrong. And so every single time we just say the statistical probability of things continuing to go wrong at this rate is essentially 0. So we literally have gotten all of our bad luck out of the way and we feel like we have already overcome everything there is to overcome, and then the next meteor strike.
Yeah, I mean, that really just like speaks to the resilience that you and your team ever had in this. What would you say was the most rewarding part of doing a journey like this?
My feeling, what I love about being on the road, what I love about travel in general, are those moments that you can't put into a GPS. And those are the things that you just experience by being out in the world. And there was that moment for me on this trip. We were trying to fight a couple of big thunderstorms, and we had been really hammering down all day long to try to get in between these 2 storms, and we weren't going to make it. So this storm was like Pac-Man, and we're right in his mouth. And we are surrounded by lightning. And it's just beautiful because it hasn't hit us yet. And then in the sides of the roads, all of a sudden just a bajillion lightning bugs start lighting up. And I'm like, this is magical. You can never set out to find those moments. You just need to be out there in the world. And it still gives me goosebumps to think about it. And you know, it sounds silly, but in all of the things we saw and all of the things we experienced, it's those moments. It's the kindness of a random stranger. And you know, that is really what the book is about. So a written roadmap of a motorcycle journey isn't nearly as exciting as really those just beautiful little moments in the middle of all the chaos.
Yeah, for sure. And if people want to check out your book, where can they find it?
Pushingmiles.com. You can see where all the purchase options are. It is in print book, ebook, and it has just been released in audiobook format.
Okay, amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Bright.